And the tip controlled by the Creighton Blue Jays. And here we go.
Butler's ability to be able to defend the middle ball screen against Creighton is going to be important today.
And an unforced error, a turnover for the Jays, just caromed off the hands of point guard Stephen Ashworth. And Butler with their first offensive possession. DJ Davis will inbound, had 22 in the win at Creighton. Posh Alexander did not play in that game. Going to be interesting to see how that impacts Butler's defense, having Posh back on the floor today.
Well, he's so good against the basketball when you're dribbling it in front, and he's an excellent help defender as well.
Davis will launch and hit.
Little flare screen action created that open shot there for Davis.
Transfer from UC Irvine, 149 of those in a UC Irvine uniform. Here's Kalkbrenner.
Guarded by Jalen Thomas. Fouled out of last game. He's got to stay out of foul trouble in this one.
Kalkbrenner misses that shot. The tip won't go, and the rebound secured for Butler by Jamil Telford. Telford's little floater rebounded by Mason Miller. He was a handful in Omaha, and that was a concern for Greg McDermott, who was going to match up with Telford today.
Yeah, got Shireman guarding him early, and he's going to have to continue to try to get into the painted area, either off the bounce or when he's posting up.
Shireman on the drive, using that window against Jamil Telford. Shireman with his first two.
He's so good, multi-dimensional scorer, knocks down a three, can drive it, finish with either hand around the rim, and I don't think he gets enough credit for his ability to be able to post you on occasion as well. 5
straight double-doubles for Baylor Shireman. That's the best Creighton streak since Benoit Benjamin. He's got a ways to go, though. Benoit did it 28 straight games.
Wow. The long-time small forward for the Utah Jazz, Karl Malone and John Stockton. Saw him way too much when I was in Denver, many times on the losing end.
5-2 advantage, 2 minutes gone here in Indy. Trey Alexander. Going to work on the baseline, backed out. 7 to shoot. Kalkbrenner will toe the line. They want him to shoot that three, and it lodges between the backboard and the rim. Butler basketball.
Yeah, that's an area of his game he's trying to grow in. In fact, he hit one the last time these two teams played in Omaha. But to your point, Butler's going to give him that shot. And so he's either going to have to make a couple of them, or he's going to have to try to dribble it to the elbow area to get a closer shot.
Here's Posh Alexander. Davis ran into Kalkbrenner and said, no, thank you.
I would have done the same.
10 to shoot, lob down low, Karams out of bounds, last touch by Butler.
Creighton got caught switching that action, and Butler was trying to get Jalen Thomas inside with one of the guards, and the pass just too far over the top for him to be able to secure it.
So now Ashworth will bring it up. Leads the league in assist-to-turnover ratio in conference play. We've got 2 terrific point guards working today. Shireman. Posted against Telford. Reaching in, and Telford with the steal.
Yeah, too many dribbles there. You got to make a quick decision when you get it down there. Telford's hands too quick on the box.
Brooks bodying Miller. A little bit strong, and Miller the rebound.
I like the play, though, because at times he settles for jump shots. He's got to use that big body and that handle to get in the painted area.
Good hands by Thomas. Deflects it away from Kalkbrenner as Shireman tried to get it down low to the big man.
Well, Butler's done a tremendous job so far of keeping this team out of transition. It was something that they were concerned about. Jalen Thomas doing a really nice job of playing on the high side. That pass should have gone more to the corner of the backboard so Kalkbrenner could secure it and score.
Jay's trying to get their post going here. Kalkbrenner 0 for 2 to start this game. One of those, that long three. Here's Shireman on the baseline. Splashes down the deep two. He's got all 4 great points.
Yeah, they're so good at slipping out of those screening actions. You got to make sure that your communication is early and on time. Miscommunication there by Butler allowed that open opportunity.
And an extra pass. Fortunate to keep it. Posh Alexander in the corner. The 3 won't go for Butler. And up the floor quickly to Shireman. 3 in transition, and Shireman 7, Butler 5.
Talking to this Butler staff, the first priority in this game was to keep this Creighton team in the half court because they make you scramble so good at knocking down the 3 ball. 11 made threes per game.
Davis probing. Here's Thomas for 3. Rolls that one home. Second made 3 of the year for Jalen Thomas.
And what that'll do is make Kalkbrenner have to honor him and get Kalkbrenner out of the painted area, which should create some opportunities for drives for Butler.
Alexander, tough fadeaway, and the first Creighton Blue Jay not named Baylor Shireman is on the board.
His mid-range game is spectacular. One of the best in the country.
Anytime you worry that it's a lost art, watch the game of Trey Alexander.
Yes.
DJ Davis rebounded by Kalkbrenner. Jays are comfortable with Alexander bringing it up if they need to. Working against Pasha Alexander. And Pasha bring it up the floor.
It's a really nice box out by Jalen Thomas, keeping Kalkbrenner off the glass.
The lob underneath, deflected, but a foul. Timeout on the floor after the foul on Ryan Kalkbrenner. Jays by 1.
Jalen Shireman, the do-it-all forward, so good in transition, knocks down that 3 ball, 36% from 3, and an unusual suspect from 3, Jalen Thomas, knocking one down, Creighton up 1.
Hey, look at this.
What?
Save nearly $750.
With that kind of money, we could fly south.
Except we don't migrate.
No, I'm talking actually fly. Sit back, relax, maybe work on my novel, and I won't forget the little birds out there. Actually, yes, I will.
Wow, money changed you.
Just keeping it real. Do people still say that?
Switch to Progressive and you could save hundreds to spend on whatever you dream of.
Hold on. The Grand Cherokee is the most awarded SUV ever. And because of that, it means even more when you can keep a Grand Cherokee in the family.
It's yours now.
While still looking forward to the road ahead.
Don't blink. You don't want to miss it.
During the Jeep President's Day sales event, get the 2024 Jeep Grand Cherokee starting at $38,290 MSRP.
So a 2-2 tie. There's a high fly ball deep to right. Crazy, just crazy. Bayer Aspirin, official sponsor of fans' hearts.
Hurry to Kohl's for President's Day savings you don't want to miss. Like tees for the family, $8.49 with coupon. Select So Denim for $12.74 with coupon. And 20% off floor care. Plus, take an extra 15% off other finds and earn Kohl's cash at Kohl's.
Fox College Hoops is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Bundle home and auto and save. It's All-Star Weekend in Indianapolis. Kyle Korver of the Creighton Blue Jays, a 2015 NBA All-Star. And Gordon Hayward, Butler star from 2008 to 2010, an All-Star in 2017. And it is full effect All-Star Weekend here in Indy. And with LaFonso Ellis, I'm Kevin Kugler. I think that's why you and I actually bust in today from Louisville, Kentucky, which is the closest hotel we could find to Indianapolis with everything going on here this weekend. This place is the place to be.
No question about it. I mean, the fans have shown up. The roads are slick and icy outside. It is sunny, however, and I was concerned about the number of people that would be attending this game today. It has not been a factor. What a great audience we have here to take this one in.
No, 18 degrees and snow on the road.
Yes.
It's February in Indiana, but they have packed it at Hinkle Fieldhouse. And Coach McDermott with a discussion. And they're going to, they've changed the foul, so they've called the foul as a shooting foul now, and that's what Greg McDermott is talking about, is whether or not this should have been 2 shots, but it is 2 shots for Thomas. And already 6 points for Jalen Thomas for Butler.
Yeah, Jalen Thomas, the only returning starter last year, who's to be a significant player in this team, but he missed August through November with a pulmonary embolism, returned and showed glimpses late in the year. And man, he's been good so far in this game, and they've missed, though they were able to win it in Creighton, they missed his presence out there with 5 fouls, and he's done a terrific job so far of staying out of foul trouble.
Shooting 63% against Big East competition. Rarely do you see those numbers go up in conference play. Miller, the handoff to Trey Alexander. Turn in the corner against Brooks. The jump stop at the logo. The hook short, and Shireman fouled as he runs the baseline. DJ Davis got a hand on him. That's his first.
Yeah, he was reaching inside, just trying to get a deflection there, and got caught right in front of the referee. So far, Butler's doing a really nice job of switching all those actions so they're able to keep bodies on bodies, but Baylor Shireman sneaked in there. DJ Davis got caught with his hand in the cookie jar.
First foul on Butler. Shireman's had the hot hand, drawing a lot of attention. Alexander on the switch. Ashworth in the corner. The 3 pinballs out, and the rebound by Andre Screen. The Bucknell transfer with his first board.
I talked to the coaching staff of Butler. They didn't want to allow any uncontested threes, and so far only 1 for Creighton.
Augusto Casilla on the floor as well. The handoff to Brooks, and a whistle and a foul. That'll go on Casilla.
It's so tough when you're pitching ahead that way and want to set that screen, but you got to get 2 feet established on the floor. That's a good call by the official. Folks, watch as he go in there and he pitches it. He's got to stop as if he's setting the screen. He ran right into him. Baylor Shireman will be feeling that one for a little while.
And Baylor Shireman did a very good job also of letting everyone know that he was screaming, yelling, falling.
That's how you should do it. You got to sell it.
These teams don't foul very often.
Right.
2 of the least foul-y teams in college basketball already for 3 combined fouls. Francisco Farabello off the bench. Working against Landon Moore. 6 to shoot. Farabello finds Shireman. Chased on the baseline. Shot won't go. Screen his second rebound.
The helps and stunts from Butler have been really good here early in this game.
And Kalkbrenner with the takeaway. Farabello ahead to Shireman, runs it up and in, and Baylor Shireman already with 9.
It's amazing how quickly Creighton can change ends of the floor. And that was a huge concern from this Butler staff to keep them out of transition. Not able to do it there.
Yeah, Thad Matta was very concerned all week long about this transition offense of Creighton as Brooks trying to work against a young man who's seen a little more playing time of late, Jason Green, a freshman. Here's Alexander for 3. That's short. Kalkbrenner the offensive board. Farabello had the wide open look, and instead of looking for it, Kalkbrenner thought he'd shoot it. He was set up for the board.
Yes, I thought Farabello should have taken that shot as well. You don't get a lot of wide open looks against this Butler team in the half court because of the way they switch. I thought he should have pulled the trigger on that one. Farabello, 42% three-point shooter. 22 of his 38 makes have come from 3. He's got to let that one fly.
That's kind of the Jays' mantra, let it fly, but he did not on that one. Here's Telford on the attack. The touch a little bit short. Loose ball, and Farabello out of bounds off. Last touch by Screen, and it will belong to Creighton.
So far, Butler's missed a lot of easy opportunities around the rim, and when you're playing against a top 25 ranked team, you can ill afford to miss too many of those opportunities.
1 for 6 from 2.
Yeah.
Isaac Trout into the game. Kalkbrenner will get a breather.
Virginia transfer, redshirt freshman. Quick off the floor, strong body, can shoot it a little bit.
Finley Bizjack, the 6'4 freshman on the floor for Butler. And Bizjack working against Trout. Now picked up by, on a switch to Alexander. Here's Shireman working against Moore. Open 3 by Posh Alexander, and that's over and back.
Folks, watch the stunts and this switching that's taking place from Butler, and it's really thrown Creighton off of their half-court action. And you're talking about a team that's one of the best cutting teams in the country. So well done so far in the half-court by Butler.
Telford, his pass deflected. Shireman with the tip away. Each team with 4 turnovers now. The trailer for 3, Mason Miller, the Big East leader by percentage. Can't hit from deep. And Posh Alexander will start it up. Working against Trey Alexander, and Posh with his first 2.
Yeah, a little hesitation dribble around the free throw line froze the defender that allowed him to be able to get an angle to the basket. Well done by Posh.
Stopped a drought of over 3 minutes for Butler with that bucket. Not quite the pace of 99-98 we saw a few weeks ago. 4 to shoot. 2 to shoot. Alexander going to have to launch. He will. The 3 won't go, and the rebound to Bizjack. Good defense by Butler.
Indeed.
Bizjack was begging for it. He thought about taking the deep 3. Instead, Posh posting against Farabello and able to muscle that one up.
Posh Alexander, a threat from the perimeter to be able to make plays off the dribble, but he's equally adept when he gets that basketball in the post as well. Great poise.
Trout on the drive. His shot blocked. Bizjack will start it up for Butler. Jays 1 for their last 9 from the floor. And a hand check by Farabello. His first, team's second. Timeout on the floor, and the Butler Bulldogs finding a little bit of defense. Creighton stymied for the moment. One of the best offensive teams in America, but it's Butler at home enjoying the 3-point advantage thanks to some stifling D early.
Some of the most brilliant minds in business. No, not you. Or you. You auto-track business income and expenses with QuickBooks. And you pay all your employees easily and accurately. And you have a business bank account with market-leading APY. Get the full picture of your business on one platform, now with expert help when you need it. That's how you business differently.
I love your dress.
Oh, thanks. I splurged a little because Liberty Mutual customized my car insurance and I saved hundreds.
That's great.
I know, right? I've been telling everyone.
Liberty.
Did you hear that? I just said her first word. Can you say mama?
Liberty.
Can you say auntie?
Liberty.
How many people did you tell?
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, liberty, liberty. Liberty.
Hey, Mr. Poacher.
Yeah?
Tired already? Here, have a Red Bull.
And then?
Then run faster.
Oh.
Red Bull gives you wings.
With all these Hilton Honors points, I could stay for free.
But the Waldorf Astoria in the Maldives? What about the Canopy in Paris?
Hilton Honors, babe.
When you want points that can take you anywhere, it matters where you stay. Hilton, for the stay.
The crazy thing about GLP-1s through Roe is that my cravings have completely disappeared. I'm not quite sure how something that's just a little tiny prick can be so powerful in so many different ways.
Meet the weekly shop that helps you lose weight. Get started at Roe.co.
Tonight on Fox.
Get it out of here!
Tyson Walker leads Michigan State.
Exclamation point!
Against rival Michigan.
What a champ!
Fox Primetime Hoops. Tonight at 8 Eastern.
Big East basketball is sponsored by Jeep. There's only one. 14-11 Butler with the 3-point advantage a moment ago in the huddle with Butler head coach Thad Matta.
I will say this. Every possession, our defense has been the best it's been all year right now. Our activity has been freaking phenomenal. Our defense has been the best it's been all year. The extra efforts, the extraordinary blocks, all that has been unbelievable. You got to keep doing it, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, coach is just proud of his guys, and we've been seeing what they've been doing defensively. They've been alert on all of Creighton's actions. Creighton's one of the most difficult teams to prepare for and to play against because they do all of that cutting. They move so well off the ball, and they've completely taken them out of their middle pick and roll action. And part of that is Butler's doing a great job of selling out. Whoever's guarding Kalkbrenner is down in the lane, so any of those back cuts that will ordinarily be available, not there. Butler's locked in on the defensive end and has done an extraordinary job to this point.
And you've got to wonder how much of that is having Posh Alexander on the floor.
Yes.
He was not in that first meeting, and it was a big concern for the Creighton coaching staff. Everybody, they said, elevates their game when Posh is out there, especially on the defensive end.
Well, he makes up for so many mistakes, and when you say that, you usually think of that in terms of a big who can block shots, but Posh has such an awareness out there on the floor that he'll leave his guy, go give a little stunt, and has the quickness to be able to get back to his guy to take him away as well. There's no question this defense has been elevated this game with his return.
There's Jalen Thomas. Back it goes to Landon Moore with 12 to shoot. Moore back it goes to Thomas. And his second three of the first half. He was 1 for 11 all year.
Yeah, he's been working on that shot tirelessly. And because Kalkbrenner is dropped in his coverage, those opportunities to be there, and he's got to take them, and he's made them so far.
Shireman working it around. It ends up with Alexander reposting Kalkbrenner against Thomas.
And make him shoot over the top. No angles.
What a physical battle inside, and Thomas commits his first personal foul.
Yeah,
Thomas involved on both ends.
Yeah, watch how low Kalkbrenner is on the screen in drop coverage there. And so because he's under the foul line, those three-point shots are wide open, and you got to be able to take them. Jalen Thomas making them here early and played such good defense because you don't want to give Kalkbrenner an angle, but then at the last second reached down and fouled and let Kalkbrenner off the hook. He's got to be disciplined going forward because they need Jalen Thomas in the game if they're going to win this on their home floor.
A little blood for Kalkbrenner, a pause as they clean up his right arm. You know it's a physical battle inside when with 10:09 to go in the first half, you've already got your first blood timeout between the two posts.
Yeah, it's usually a scratch. I used to hate guys with long, I'm not saying Jalen Thomas has them, but I used to hate playing against guys with long fingernails. You always end up going home with, wait, where did these come from?
I was warned about that. That's why I trimmed my fingernails up really nicely today. I didn't want to work with you if I had long fingernails.
But your elbows are still sharp.
Oh, that's darn right. I got to get an edge somehow.
Oh, man. Good to work with you, partner.
No, this is fun. This will be and the pace of this game, very much the home teams right now.
Absolutely.
One more for Kalkbrenner, 70% at the line this year as DJ Davis will re-enter the ball game.
I love bigs that can shoot free throws because now at the end of games, if it's tight, you don't have to do the whole substitution thing, getting a guy out who can't shoot foul shots, which compromises your rebounding. Kalkbrenner's beautiful form at the line and knocks those two down.
Stopped a scoring drought of over 3 minutes. Jays still haven't hit a field goal in about 3.5. Butler's made their last three. Is Jack looking for room against Farabello. Underhand to Alexander. Working against Francisco down low. And Alexander with 6.
Switching that action underneath, but Posh Alexander still had the ability to rise over the top and put that one off the board. When you switch, you got to switch up and make him go back the other direction. Missed opportunity defensively for Creighton there.
Shireman wrapping it around to Kalkbrenner. Can't get it to go. The tip won't go. Loose ball. Shireman has it. Needs a little help. Now he'll just shoot it himself. That's short. And the rebound to Thomas. Jays 5 of 17 from the floor. Alexander over Alexander. You knew Alexander was winning that battle. Just which one?
They do a nice job of setting screens for him below the three-point line because he's not a three-point shooter, but he can make that 15-foot jump shot. Well executed by Butler. See how low Jalen Thomas, #1, is playing in the lane? Is taking away all that back cut action. Ashworth cut off on that nice cut by him.
Shot clock under 10 again. Jay's trying to get something organized. Alexander wraps it around to Kalkbrenner, who puts it up and in. first field goal in 4.5 minutes for the Blue Jays.
Yeah, they make you have to guard that movement of theirs for the entire clock. And at the last moment, Ryan Kalkbrenner vacated the right side post area, came underneath, and that's what created that open opportunity for him.
Davis over Ashworth. And Alexander the rebound.
That's a tough shot there.
Trey Alexander. Jays would love to get him going, just 1 for 5 to start this one, Alfonso.
Yeah, Posh Alexander has kept him under control here early.
Ashworth.
Man, the stunts are so good by this Butler defense. Gotta make one.
And he does.
Yep. So the same opportunities that have afforded Jalen Thomas 2 threes here in this game, Kalkbrenner will have them. So if he makes one more, now you have to decide if you're going to allow him to be able to beat you there for the entirety of the game, or if he's going to lift up. Now if he lifts up, both teams will have an opportunity to get their inside game going off dribble penetration.
Gosh, a little ankle breaker. Step back 3.
Posh Alexander only a 26% three-point shooter, but when you look at that one, it looked like he's shooting from 40% from the three-point line.
5 for 5 from the floor today. Trey Alexander, meanwhile, is ice cold. 1 for 6. 6-point advantage for Butler. Oh, Posh driving inside, tried to drop it off underneath to Thomas. Jays were ready. Ashworth will push. Here's Trey Alexander. Spins baseline. Shireman tiptoeing in the corner. Farabello. There were 2 Jays right there. Spacing not great. Turnover Creighton.
Everything's in a contested shot for Creighton. Credit Butler's defense here early. Ryan Kalkbrenner coming, sets that screen, pops back out. No one in his area code. He drills that 3. And then Posh Alexander doing some nasty stuff off the dribble. A little step back 3, knocks that one down. Butler up 6 at home.
Hey, Jim. I'll definitely get those to you first thing Monday. Bye.
Conquer the weekend in the all-new Hyundai Santa Fe.
In the U.S., we see millions of cyber threats each year. That rate is increasing as more and more businesses move to the cloud. So the question is, as cyber criminals expand their toolkit, we must expand as well. We need to rethink
Next level moments need the Next Level Network.
and ensure we have
The network with 24/7 built-in security.
Chip.
AT&T Business.
What does it mean to be rich? Maybe rich is less about reaching a magic number and more about discovering magic. Rich is being able to keep your loved ones close and also send them away. Rich is living life your way and having someone who can help you get there. The key to being rich is knowing what counts.
Feeling Claritin Clear is like...
Is she?
Playing with the confidence of a pro and getting all up in that grass as if she doesn't have allergies. Yeah.
Nice.
I love that Tuesdays at B-Dubs is BOGO half-off traditional wings. Every week I save so much, I can finally afford college. Just kidding. No one can afford college. But this deal for wings, hachi-chachi. What a steal.
6:48 to play in the first half. Butler 24, Creighton 18. LaFonso, the defensive effort today from Butler has been stellar from start to where we are right now.
The attention to detail has been superb. Folks, watch Posh Alexander, number 5 there in white. He's going to chase Alexander, one of the best pull-up jump shooters in the country. Gets a little separation as he's coming off on his handoff. He could just die on this screen. Watch him fight underneath that thing. Late challenge, and then Bisjack 13 in white. And they've done a tremendous job of communicating with their switches and not allowing themselves to get screened and challenging shots late. So if you're wondering why Creighton's shooting such a low percentage, it's not because they're getting wide open three-point shots. Every single shot has been a contested shot so far as the great Draymond Green joins us here.
Acknowledging the crowd that put him up on the big screen. Sheldon Mack on hand as well today.
Pretty good analyst himself.
It's All-Star Weekend. And if you want to watch basketball early in the day on a Saturday, you're here at Hinkle Fieldhouse. DJ Davis in some trouble on the sideline. Here's Telford at 26 at Creighton. Gets the handoff from Bowden Kapke.
Yeah, they made a little adjustment here. Now, all of a sudden, Cockburn's coming up, and they're doubling the ball handler. That's a really good changeup by Greg McDermott.
And he gets a turnover. Now can the Jays turn in some offense? Still plenty of time. Trey Alexander held up on his way in. Landon Moore trying to yank him back towards the top of the key. That's a foul.
I love the defensive adjustment that was just made. We talked about with two bigs now making some three-point shots. Who would make the early adjustment so far has been Creighton here coming out of that last time out.
Entry to Kalkbrenner. Shireman and Kalkbrenner, 16 of the 18 Creighton points. Ashworth probing inside and able to wriggle his way in for two.
Well, that late screen there by Kalkbrenner created that easy opportunity at the rim. Well done by 11.
Now Telford eyeing Shireman. There's Brooks, quiet so far, 0 for 2.
See that hard hedge? Kalkbrenner's coming out now, and they're taking that away. Really good adjustment.
Telford just muscling inside. That's a physical matchup.
Yeah, in the last game, whether it was Shireman or Mason Miller, number 13 in blue, he was bully balling every time he saw he got the basketball against one of those two guys. I think Butler's got to continue to exploit that mismatch.
Kalkbrenner will try again from three. Rattles it off. Rebound inside. How about Mason Miller? Working hard on the glass, and Miller, who averages just under 4 rebounds a game, had to really muscle in there for that one.
Yeah, terrific athlete, quick off the floor. He showed it on that possession right there.
Telford trying to spin baseline. Shireman looking to poke it free. Whips that pass in the corner for Kapke.
And folks, Bowden Kapke doesn't shoot very many threes. That's now his 6th made 3 on 14 attempts, but his last 2 came against Creighton in Omaha.
And Ashworth with the answer, the fadeaway. He's got 4.
He does such a beautiful job of snaking that ball screen to get to the open area.
Ashworth comfortable here in Indy. His Mormon mission was spent in Indianapolis.
Oh, wow. Does he have people here?
He has about 10 people in the building. As Davis works it inside and got the kind home roll. Yeah, Stephen got Indianapolis. His wife Peyton got Paraguay. So they had a long-distance relationship for a while.
Nice.
Worked out fine. They're celebrating their 3rd anniversary this coming May. So
yeah, that's beautiful.
There's Alexander against Brooks. Ashworth, deep 3. Just a little bit short, and Kapke with a rebound.
Late challenge by DJ Davis. I caught him out the corner of his eye. Made him adjust that just slightly.
Davis, acrobatic shot against Ashworth.
Fine shooters.
There's one. Trey Alexander drives on Kapke, muscles that one to the rim, and the Jays within 5.
Anytime Butler has turned the basketball over or any ill-advised shots, Creighton has blown that basketball up the floor and gotten some easy opportunities, and that's exactly what happened on that last possession.
Ashworth pokes it out of bounds. Timeout on the floor. 3:11 remaining in the first half. First game was a 1-point game. Another battle, this time a 5-point game at Indy.
I told myself I was okay with my moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis symptoms.
With my psoriatic arthritis symptoms. But just okay isn't okay.
And I was done settling.
If you still have symptoms after a TNF blocker like Humira or Enbrel, Rinvoq is different and may help. Rinvoq is a once-daily pill that can rapidly relieve joint pain, stiffness, and swelling in RA and PSA, relieve fatigue for some, and stop joint damage. And in PSA, can leave skin clear or almost clear.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB, serious infections and blood clots, some fatal, cancers including lymphoma and skin, heart attack, stroke, and GI tears occurred. People 50 and older with a heart disease risk factor have an increased risk of death. Serious allergic reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Done settling?
Ask your rheumatologist for Rinvoq.
Then take back what's yours.
AbbVie could help you save.
It's important for young homeowners to let go of the things turning them into their parents.
My instruction manuals.
Do you even have that juicer anymore?
No, I don't.
Progressive can't save you from becoming your parents, but we can save you money when you bundle home and auto with us.
He doesn't even have the juicer.
Wendy's breakfast 2 for $3 is so good, the crew is giving every combination code names.
Bis squared.
Egg and cheese biscuit and sausage biscuit. 2 biscuits. I'm impressed Tyler knew what squaring was.
Mathlete?
No matter what you call it, choose wisely. Choose Wendy's breakfast 2 for $3.
Rob Stone in studio. Coming up on the Jeep halftime report, number 10 Iowa State looks to stay atop the Big 12. Texas A&M visits 15th-ranked Alabama, who's trying to hold on to that top spot in the SEC. And number 21 Virginia hosts Wake Forest. Kevin LaFonso, back to you. But Fonz, are you hungry? Are you eating something again now?
I'm getting ready to work on it, Rob. We got to.
It's really sweeping the nation. It's Food Finds with Fonz, and today you have found Ben's soft pretzels.
Yeah, I mean, back in the day, you couldn't tell me anything about pretzels because New York City street pretzels were the absolute best. And then they changed it, and I was like pretzel homeless for a little while, right? And then my wife, Jen, thanks, Jen, told me about Ben's pretzels. We have one in South Bend in our mall, and I tried it. Oh, my gosh, these are incredible. Take a piece.
Oh, I see. I get some. I was a little concerned because it was Food Finds with Fonz.
Yeah.
No mention of Kugler anywhere in this, and then one pretzel came back. So I was really concerned that I was going to just sit here and watch you eat the pretzel.
Oh, no.
Okay.
I'm going to share. We're a team, buddy. I take some, you get some. Right. It's all good. The cool part about it is it's an Indiana company. They're handcrafted, topped with authentic German salt. You can get them in any kind of way. Cinnamon sugar, sour cream, onion, garlic, Parmesan cheese, or the original, which the jumbo with light salt, which I have
Which
here.
is very good.
And they are absolutely incredible.
Yeah, they are outstanding. It's a good pretzel. Jalen Thomas, he's had the good range from 3 today with 2. Couldn't get that one to rattle home. And here come the Jays now looking to push ahead to Kalkbrenner. Kalkbrenner really did a nice job of getting back out from underneath the basket into a position where he could put that one down for 2, and the Jays down by 3.
Now, Creighton has been inefficient in the half court, but what they've been able to do is find some really quick, easy, high percentage opportunities in transition. They've got to continue to push the ball. I'd like to see them even push it on made shots as well.
Brooks trying the 3. No. Thomas in there to get the offensive rebound. The swing around to Telford. That 3 won't go, and Shireman.
I'm confident if those guys would have had a bite of this Ben's pretzel, they would have made those last 3
there's no doubt. See, Trey Alexander nibbled on a pretzel during the last time out, and he's on the board. 1-point game, and Creighton right back there, down 6 just a moment ago.
And Kevin, notice what they're coming off of, transition baskets. They've got to continue to push the pace in this game.
Alexander against Alexander, and Posh has had the better of that matchup in the first half.
He's been so good at using his body to be able to create separation, to be able to get some shots off. He's got 13 in this game.
6 for 6 from the floor. Trey Alexander trying to answer. Shot clock at 10. Ashworth on the handoff. Ashworth in traffic. Nice shot by Ashworth.
Did a really nice job of reading what Jalen Thomas was going to do. He was in that drop coverage. decided at the last moment that he needed to get to Kalkbrenner, take the lob away, and those opportunities to be there for all of the Creighton guards if they can get in the lane.
Telford off the hesitation, floats it short. Alexander with Creighton down 1. Jays looking for their first lead since it was 11-10. Inside, it's 2 more, and Baylor Shireman does give them that first lead since 11-10.
And it's come off of the push. They've got to continue to push, looking for easy opportunities in transition on the secondary break.
And the roll for Jalen Thomas. 12 for Thomas. 13 for Alexander. 25 of the Butler 35. And Ashworth, the 3, he thought he was fouled. No whistle. And now Butler will use the use it or lose it timeout with 35 seconds to play first half.
As long as Butler can keep Creighton in the half court, they've been successful. But anytime they miss shots or turn the basketball over, Creighton's blitzing them in transition.
And for a while, the pace of this game is very much Butler. Now, Creighton has started to get the pace a little bit more to their liking in the later stages.
Because you don't always have to press a team to create pace. You can create pace by pushing that basketball up the floor off misses, makes, and turnovers, and that's exactly what we see from Creighton here, which has allowed them to get back in this game and take a lead.
Well, and one of the guys key to that push has been Baylor Shireman.
Oh, he's so good because now all of a sudden your defense is getting down and flattening out, and it opens up those three-point opportunities, and he's so good in transition, finishing with either hand. And Baylor Shireman is off to a great start in this game.
Following up his points, rebounds, assists, triple-double, the only one in Creighton basketball history with 11 points, 5 rebounds, and 1 assist here in the first half.
I love how patient he is. He never forces opportunities out there on the floor. If you double him, he gives it up. If you don't, he looks for opportunities to be able to score. I love the poise that 55 in blue plays with.
Creighton, strangely enough, LaFonso, they've been really good from 3. 2 of 11 in this first half from 3. 13 of 21 from 2. The 2 has been much kinder to the Jays than the 3. They're 6th in the country. They average almost 11 made threes per game, but today just 2 in the first half.
Butler's done a nice job of running them off of them or challenge them at the top.
Posh Alexander wraps it around to Thomas. That won't go. Posh battling for the rebound, kicks it back out.
I'd hope for the last shot here.
Got about a second and a half difference between game and shot clock. So essentially, you can hold for the final shot.
I respect for a high ball screen with Jalen Thomas and DJ Davis because of his range.
Davis 5 to shoot. Shot clock at 3. Thomas hands it to Alexander. Has to hoist that one up, but he's fouled. Fouled by Mason Miller as he hoisted the prayer, and 3 free throws coming for Butler.
Wow. And Mason Miller trying to just play good. He grabbed him, actually, while he was taking the shot. I think he was trying to foul him while he was on the floor.
He had the foul to give, so the idea was use the foul to give, and so they're not going to call it a shooting foul. They called it a foul on the floor, a huge break.
Dodged a bullet there.
Inbound to Davis, 1 second. Davis for 3, won't go.
He's going to have to do in this game. Again, they don't pressure you to turn you over to get out in transition. On makes, misses, and turnovers, they've got to push it, and that's how they were able to get back into this game.
Mid-February, critical game in the Big East. Creighton trying to improve their stock, not only for the Big East tournament, but for the NCAA tournament. Butler trying to improve their resume to get into the NCAA tournament.
There are 4 teams at 7-7, and they're one of them, and they've got to create some separation here late. Trey Alexander creates some separation off the bounce.
Well, and he can create separation with anybody in college basketball. Creighton with a 1-point lead. Trey Alexander, 8 points, starting to come on after a real slow start.
Yeah, DJ Davis, number 4 here, has got to make some shots here in the second half. And that'll open up some driving lanes for guys like Posh Alexander and Pierre Brooks to be able to get to the backboard.
Everything but the bucket for Kalkbrenner. Got good position, just couldn't get it to go. And Butler down 1 with the basketball. Here, Brooks, we talked about him, top of the broadcast average of 16 points per game, still has not scored. Telford, good work inside. He's got 4.
Yeah, again, every time he sees either Miller guarding him or Baylor Shireman, he has been aggressive, and he's got to continue to do that here in the second half.
Northeastern transfer, over 1,000 points in his 3 years there. Here's Shireman around the screen, gets the three to fall. Baylor Shireman with 14.
Yeah, went underneath that screen, and that's what created that open opportunity for Baylor Shireman to get that shot off, and he drills it.
Posh Alexander against Trey Alexander, spinning on Alexander, and Kalkbrenner with the rebound. Ashworth eyes up, starts it up the floor. Down goes Brooks. They've got numbers on this end, and Miller will go to the free throw line after the foul.
Yeah, Pierre Brooks in transition, number 21 in white, slipped and fell, and that gave Creighton numbers. And a really nice pass over the top to Miller. Able to corral that thing, go up and get fouled, get to the foul line.
Second foul on Jalen Thomas, and Mason Miller doesn't get a lot of opportunities, spends most of his time outside the three-point arc, 9 for 12 at the line this year. Today they released the top 16 seeds as they would be right now if the NCAA tournament were selected today. UConn, number 2 overall seed, Marquette, number 7. The committee said that one of the teams they were looking for in that 4 line, essentially 13, 14, 15, 16, was this team on the floor, the Creighton Blue Jays. So the Jays are right there, likely a 5 seed if you were to seed the tournament today. Why this game is so important for Creighton, a chance maybe with a road win against a good Butler team to improve into that 4 seed line.
Absolutely. The only surprise I saw there was Wisconsin having lost 4 in a row. Now they did win their last game, but I thought they would take a little slide to that 5 line, and maybe a team like Creighton would slide up into the 4.
Possession arrow favoring the Butler Bulldogs. As you look at the tournament resume for Creighton, net 18, strength of schedule 40, 4-4 quad 1. Mike DeCourcy has him as a 4 seed. The NCAA committee obviously has him more as a 5 right now.
I'm going to go with our guy, DeCourcy. Always stay with family.
Absolutely. Telford, baseline jumper, rebounded by Miller, and then out of bounds. And it's going to, staying on this end, or is it going to belong to Creighton? It'll be Creighton ball.
Did they? Okay. Initially, I thought they were going to call a foul on Jalen Thomas.
Off the left hand of Mason Miller, looks like. But it'll stay with Creighton. They cash in on maybe a break. Miller in the corner. That 3 won't go, and Posh Alexander with rebound number 4.
Nice.
Lob to Thomas, and the 2-hand flush.
The deep push by Posh Alexander, engaging the back guy to come up, is what created that opportunity for Jalen Thomas. Beautiful execution there by Butler.
There's Kalkbrenner again for 3, 1 for 3 from behind the arc today.
They're going to give him that shot all afternoon long.
That's the first one he shot early in the shot clock. Here's Telford against Shireman. Can't get it.
A little too strong there off the backboard.
Ashworth, the 3 in transition. Pinballs out. Trey Alexander with a rebound, leaving for Shireman.
Long shots lead to long rebounds, and if your guards aren't back to rebound the basketball, leads to those kickouts, and that's exactly how Shireman was able to get that wide open look from the corner.
Around the Thomas screen, the drop back to Thomas. He's hit 2 threes today, wouldn't take that one. Brooks looking for his first 2, and there it is.
Dribble handoff action with Pierre Brooks getting down in the lane. He's so big and so physical. If he can get to the front of the rim, that's a good thing for Butler.
The 3 rolls off, and the rebound to Brooks.
Brooks got to continue to attack off the bounce. I like this matchup here.
And Trey Alexander with the rebound. Got a good look, though. Thad Matta's not going to be unhappy with that look from Pierre Brooks. Alexander zigging and zagging through the lane, blocked off. Skip to Shireman in the corner. The 3 won't go. 3 for 5 from 3. He's got 17 today.
Now all of a sudden, Creighton's starting to get some pretty wide open looks and not able to knock him down.
Posh Alexander got a good look and couldn't knock that down.
Greg McDermott is saying what we're saying over here. Push, push.
Trying to enter it to Kalkbrenner, and it's out of bounds. That'll take us to the under 16 media timeout. 44-41, Creighton on the road, leading by 3.
If advanced lung cancer has you searching for possibilities, discover a different first treatment. Immunotherapies work with your immune system to attack cancer, but Opdivo plus Yervoy is the first combination of 2 immunotherapies for adults newly diagnosed with non-small cell lung cancer that is spread, tests positive for PD-L1, and does not have an abnormal EGFR or ALK gene. Opdivo plus Yervoy is not chemotherapy. It works differently. It helps your immune system fight cancer in 2 different ways. Opdivo and Yervoy can cause your immune system to harm healthy parts of your body during and after treatment. These problems can be severe and lead to death. See your doctor right away if you have a cough, chest pain, shortness of breath, irregular heartbeat, diarrhea, constipation, severe stomach pain, severe nausea or vomiting, dizziness, fainting, eye problems, extreme tiredness, changes in appetite, thirst or urine, rash, itching, confusion, memory problems, muscle pain or weakness, joint pain, flushing or fever. These are not all the possible side effects. Problems can occur together and more often when Opdivo is used with Yervoy. Tell your doctor about all medical conditions, including immune or nervous system problems, if you've had or plan to have an organ or stem cell transplant or receive chest radiation. Your search for 2 immunotherapies starts here. Ask your doctor about Opdivo plus Yervoy, a chance to live longer.
My name's Brian Heffler, and because of TikTok, I have the power to educate people and hopefully save lives. When my son, Brian, died in a drunk driving accident, I put out a video about it and try to stop young people from drinking and driving.
No other family has to go through what we did.
TikTok has the power to change society, and I think that's where the power of TikTok lies. If you save one person, that's one more person that can change the world too, right?
Welcome to Fox Nation, a place where we look to the future and toast to our past. This is Fox Nation, where all of America's stories are told. Sign up and start streaming today.
Big East basketball is sponsored by Jeep. There's only one. Back in Indy, a 44-41 lead for the Creighton Blue Jays. But for Butler today, LaFonso, the story's been Posh Alexander and Jalen Thomas. They've led the way.
Yeah, and folks, keep your eyes on Posh Alexander right here. As he's pushing this basketball up the floor, Kalkbrenner's running beside him, and right as he gets to half court, he seals him off. And what that does is it creates a 5-on-4 advantage here for Butler. And as this basketball continues to come and Jalen Thomas runs towards the rim, Baylor Shireman, 55 in blue, has to make a decision. Does he stay with the rim runner, or does he take Posh Alexander? He decides to take Alexander. Alexander reads it beautifully and throws it over the top. And what a nice finish there by Jalen Thomas. That's beautiful execution in their transition game. Butler's done it in transition, and their defense has been stellar as well.
Well, and you talk about a guy who in his freshman year was the co-defensive player of the year in the Big East, and almost defensive play on the offensive end. You're blocking off a guy as a defender, so to speak, while you're moving it up the floor as an offensive player.
No question about it, and we've seen him do that in so many different phases of the game. And it's interesting because every big wants to be a guard and every guard wants to be a big, and he's got a really nice post game as well that we've seen here in this game.
Blue Jays will inbound, 23 to shoot. They'll switch out the inbounder now. Looks like Kalkbrenner. Nope, they're going to go back to Trey Alexander. Greg McDermott with some discussions. Thad Matta's been involved in some heated discussions in this half. This game means a lot.
Usually they'll throw this over the top of the Kalkbrenner and set a little away screen. Yep.
Here's Kalkbrenner again for three, and this time rattles it down. Now there's the second that he's made. We'll see if the adjustment comes from Butler.
Yeah, I love the action. I've seen them run that exact same play on film. Kalkbrenner typically doesn't shoot it, but a wide open look there from him, and he's been shooting it with a lot of confidence this afternoon.
Creighton is usually one of the better scoring teams off baseline out of bounds plays in college basketball. Here's Landon Moore, 8 on the shot clock, backs it out. Now Thomas, his three a little strong, and Ashworth the rebound.
Yeah, he rushed that one just a little bit, and that's why it went long.
Shireman on the drive, the scoop won't go, but a foul. And Baylor's Shireman going left to right along that baseline, picks up the contact, and he'll go to the line for a pair. Foul on Thomas, his third.
Yeah, Jalen at the very last second, I didn't think he should have challenged that one because that was going to be a really difficult shot to make, and he bailed Shireman out on that one.
That's an important foul. That's number 3. You mentioned it. Thomas had foul trouble in that game in Omaha. Butler ended up winning, but they're better with Thomas on the floor, as we've seen today.
Without a doubt. And he's impacted this game on both ends of the floor, being able to stay in the lane area to take away a lot of the back cuts from Creighton. We know what he's done on the offensive end. It's a big blow right now for the Bulldogs.
Shireman, 19 points, 7 rebounds. He's 3 boards away from his 6th straight double-double.
So good.
And over the last 10 games, averaging almost a double-double. 19 points, 9.5 rebounds. Davis against Ashworth. Count it! And the foul. DJ Davis to the line for a chance at a 3-point play.
And to start this half, we talked about the importance of DJ Davis being able to get involved in this offense and make shots. Little change of speed, change of direction, and just the body control to be able to get that one up and in. He scored 22 points in their last meeting on 3 of 5 from 3. And oftentimes when you're a shooter and you don't have it going early, if you can just see it go through the net once, it can kind of get you going. Let's see if that happens here for number 4 in white.
The nation's top percentage free throw shooter splashes at home, 96.5% at the line.
Ridiculous.
Even an announcer can't jinx DJ Davis.
Right?
One Kalkbrenner down low, can't get it to him to skip to Ashworth. Dangerous pass, the 3 won't go, and the rebound to Telford. Davis into Kalkbrenner, turns it over. Alexander with the steal.
And the play was to Kapke, number 33 in white, wide open in the right corner.
Creighton cash in on the turnover. Alexander will try against Kapke and finds 2 down low. He's got 10.
Yeah, Kapke could never establish legal guarding position, and Trey Alexander attacked them to our left. And that was the perfect play to make.
To shoot more. Finds Bizjack, waits for traffic to clear, got a great look at 3, it won't go, and Ashworth able to snare it. Lob to Kalkbrenner and a takeaway. Bizjack pushing, numbers for Butler, finger roll, no, rebound, Farabello.
Yeah, I thought he should have taken one more dribble, and he would have been able to pitch that over to Telford.
Ashworth, that 3 will fall. Frustration starting to show for Butler as the Jays have opened up their largest lead at 10. And a timeout coming for the home team. The first made 3 of the afternoon for Stephen Ashworth.
Yeah, a couple ill-advised shots led to some easy opportunities in transition, and Creighton on the road up 10.
Some people just know that the best rate for you is a rate based on you with Allstate. Not one based on Paul. You don't want to ride with Paul. Or Sarah. Not today, anyway. And you don't want a rate based on Ben. He's got some important business to take care of. Why would you pay a rate based on anyone else? With Allstate, you're connected to a rate based on you.
You can feel confident Continental is the smart choice in tires.
Can they handle extremes?
Yep. Tested from the Texas desert to near the Arctic Circle.
Really?
Really.
Anything for the guy who finds that one pothole?
Yeah, road hazard coverage has your back.
For real?
Absolutely.
Were they made by like a bajillion engineers?
Well, closer to 100. Continental. Welcome to the smart choice in tires.
Something amazing is happening here. Retailers are moving inventory quickly and securely. That's because CDW designed and built a solution with Cisco Security. End-to-end protection defends against attacks and makes better decisions in real time. So warehouse and customer data stay protected every step of the way. Make amazing happen. Cisco and CDW.
Your shipping manager left to find themselves, leaving you lost. You need to hire.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Indeed Instant Match instantly delivers quality candidates matching your job description. Visit Indeed.com/hire.
Dude,
Dog food in the fridge?
It's not dog food. It's fresh pet. Real meat, real veggies.
Real weird.
He was bad luck anyway.
Butler blew the fourth. He knows what's going on this weekend. He knows that it's time to get behind the wheel because the biggest day in racing is tomorrow, and it just got bigger. Grand Marshal Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson will kick off the Daytona 500. The Great American Race returns tomorrow, 2:30 Eastern, only on Fox. We don't have word yet as to whether Butler Blue is on the pole for Daytona 500. Where will he be with his car? He's got the speed, he's got the skills.
Yeah.
Can he win Daytona?
It remains a big question. I heard he may hold out because he still hasn't gotten a signed contract yet, and he's tired of working for free.
I don't blame him. You know, sometimes that business is for the dogs, LaFonso.
I see what you did there.
Bowden Kapke will inbound. The Dogs down 10. They've got to find a little offense and again that defense again.
Pierre Brooks, number 21 in white's got to get a touch.
There he is. Can he get it going towards the rim? Jay is all over it.
They've changed up their middle ball screen coverage, bringing Kalkbrenner up. Now it's been difficult for Butler to turn the corner. Look at that.
Yeah, Kalkbrenner all the way out on Moore. Moore throws it into the first row. Turnover number 8 for Butler. And it's a small adjustment with a big guy.
Yes. And folks, earlier on, it was drop coverage with Ryan Kalkbrenner. Now they're stepping him up and having him string out the handler. And Butler's had a very difficult time handling it. And it's been a big positive, particularly here in the second half for the Creighton defense.
Alexander lobbing down to Kalkbrenner. They like his matchup against Kapke. And remember, Thomas on the bench with 3 fouls.
Yeah, Kapke trying to front that action. If that's going to happen, you got to have a weak side guy that's able to come over and take away that lob.
Posh Alexander, no at the rim. Trey Alexander probing it up the floor. A whip pass ahead to Shireman, who's fouled by Kapke.
Nothing going well right now offensively for Butler.
Timeout on the floor as Shireman fouled hard.
Yeah, the transition game for Creighton is deadly. Able to get out in transition there, get a foul. Creighton up 12 on the road.
You know, he'd come to my home for summers. When it came to helping people, the gecko was born ready. And his parents argued with me. They wanted him to become a doctor. I said, no, he wants to do insurance and he's good at it.
Well, sure, he's the gecko, but I mean, he's my best friend. Like, even back in grade school, while others played house, he protected it.
Hey, slow down! Geico helps find the right coverage for your car and home. You're not my dad.
From cars to home to pets, it's easy to Geico.
In 2022, the all-electric Hyundai Ioniq 5 won the award for World Car of the Year. So, of course, the all-electric Hyundai Ioniq 6 just had to go out and win World Car of the Year for 2023. World Car of the Year 2 years in a row. And right now, you can get a $7,500 EV bonus on both the 2024 Ioniq 5 and Ioniq 6. You know how competitive sibling rivalries can be.
Hurry to Kohl's for President's Day savings you don't want to miss. Like tees for the family, $8.49 with coupon. Select So Denim for $12.74 with coupon. And 20% off floor care. Plus, take an extra 15% off other finds and earn Kohl's cash at Kohl's.
With all these Hilton Honors points, I could stay for free. At the Waldorf Astoria in the Maldives. What about the Canopy in Paris?
Hilton Honors, babe. When you want points that can take you anywhere, it matters where you stay. Hilton for the stay.
The world's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden. 11 teams came to New York City with one thing on their mind, a Big East title.
We've got ourselves a knockdown, drag-out battle in the Big East tournament. Dropping dimes.
Old school basketball.
You got to be strong. Madison Square Garden.
Start with a bang. Mix in some superstar power and turn them loose. That's the Great American Race. The Daytona 500, tomorrow at 2:30 Eastern on Fox.
A full day of college hoops continues next with one of the biggest matchups of the season. Number 4 Marquette taking on top-ranked UConn. Then 14th ranked Illinois battles Maryland. All right here on Fox.
Tyler Kolek struggled in the middle part of the Big East season, and in order for them to get a win today against UConn, he's going to have to play at a high level as he has the last 5 games.
Look at this, a great life lesson here. Nothing makes you happier than a stick full of candy. I mean, look at that. Oh, I cannot wait to get that. Oh, but wait a minute. He dropped the stick of candy. Mom won't let him eat it now. Oh, another great life lesson.
5-second rule. Come on, Mom.
Yeah, I mean, talk about a disappointment.
Poor kid.
You get the stick of candy you've been waiting your whole life for. You drop it after eating one piece of the candy. Ironically, the piece that says "I love you."
Yes, yes. Happened to me with my pretzel, but I picked it up and ate it.
You did? Oh, now I know the story. Why you said don't only take that part of the pretzel, Kevin.
I was looking out for you, Kevin.
I appreciate that. But it was the part that was covered in dirt.
Good old Midwestern dirt's good for you.
Yeah, exactly. 58-44, 9-0 Creighton run. They have really taken charge of this game.
Yeah, when Jalen Thomas went out with his 3rd foul, they were only down 6, and he's back in the game now, so let's see if they can close the gap.
And Jalen Thomas going to work immediately, snaps that 9-0 run.
He's a much better defender against Kalkbrenner on the interior.
He's got to avoid that 4th foul.
Yes.
Still 11:20 to go. They go right into Kalkbrenner, working against Thomas. Got terrific position.
And that's exactly what you should do when you're playing against a big guy that has 3 fouls. You should go right to him. And with them putting him in the middle of the floor and the 3-point shooters around, there's no help. So that's really well designed by Greg McDermott coming out of that timeout.
Here's Brooks. It's such a quiet afternoon. 2 points for Brooks, 1 for 6 shooting. Shot clock at 10. In the corner, Alexander. Posh's 3 won't go. Shireman, rebound number 8 to go with his 21 points. Ball loose on the floor. This will be a tie-up, and the possession arrow pointing Creighton's way. And it'll stay with the Jays. 23 to shoot.
For Butler to get back in this game and challenge it, DJ Davis has to get going on the offensive end. That's number 4 in white. And then 21 in white has been awfully quiet, Pierre Brooks. Those guys got to be able to create some offense for themselves and their teammates to try to climb back in this game.
Yeah, but Brooks by 1.5 points per game. Yeah. The leading scorer for Butler. Only 2 points. Shireman gets past Brooks, drives inside for 2 more. Baylor Shireman's been outstanding.
Yes.
23 today.
And he knows that Jalen Thomas has 3 fouls and can't challenge that shot. It's a really smart job of challenging him. That's a tough shot there.
Yeah, that's a desperate shot for a team struggling to find some offense. Shireman in the corner. Creighton's outscored Butler 28-11 in the second half. Alexander around the screen from Kalkbrenner. The jumper rebounded by Bizjack. Here's Posh Alexander. Drops it to Thomas, and a little shot put to the rim for 2.
Yeah, anytime they've been able to get into the middle of the floor, that little drop off to Jalen Thomas, he's been so efficient in finishing that shot from 8 feet.
Do you go right back into Kalkbrenner if you're Creighton here?
I would. Whoever Jalen Thomas is guarding should get the ball.
Kalkbrenner comes out to set the screen. Alexander picked up by Davis on the switch.
Tough matchup.
Here's Ashworth. Runs it to Kalkbrenner. Kalkbrenner inside. Thomas had to just back off a slight bit.
And Kalkbrenner knew it too, and he took his time, got to the spot that he wanted to get to, and was patient throwing that hook shot. Well done by Kalkbrenner.
18 for Kalkbrenner, 23 for Shireman. Bizjack in the corner looking for 3, and there is a 3. The first of the second half for Butler. They started 0 for 6.
Because of the attention that you have to pay to DJ Davis, he had 2 guys running to him, number 4 in white, and he was able to find Bizjack wide open in the left corner.
Maybe that'll spark this Butler offense.
Gotta get stops.
Shireman right inside to the teeth of that defense. You can see the frustration from Jalen Thomas.
Yeah, they're setting that little screening action right there at the foul line, and he's just turning the corner knowing that Jalen Thomas can't challenge him at the rim.
25 for Shireman. His high 27 against Providence. Davis's 3 won't go, and the rebound to Shireman. His 9th. Push ahead. Farabello running the floor. Alexander inside. Strong again. Through some contact, Alexander with 12.
Trey Alexander at 6'4", 190 pounds, has a size and weight advantage on DJ Davis and just goes right at him.
And Butler takes another timeout. 68-51. The Blue Jays down one at half, in control now.
How many times have I felt this good? Let me count for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. How many times have I felt this good?
What does it mean to be rich? Maybe rich is less about reaching a magic number and more about discovering magic. Rich is being able to keep your loved ones close and also send them away. Rich is living life your way and having someone who can help you get there. The key to being rich is knowing what counts.
Hold on. The Grand Cherokee is the most awarded SUV ever. And because of that, it means even more when you can keep a Grand Cherokee in the family. It's yours now. While still looking forward to the road ahead.
Don't blink. You don't want to miss it.
During the Jeep President's Day sales event, get the 2024 Jeep Grand Cherokee starting at $38,290 MSRP.
There's your biggie bag. All that food for $5, that's my go-to.
Ooh, that's my ride or die.
Just like you and me. Bag boys. Bag boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when we bring your food?
Go biggie and get all this with the JBC for just $5.
Breathing Claritin Clear is like...
Is he confidently walking 8 long-haired dogs and living as if he doesn't have allergies? Yeah.
Fast relief of your worst allergy symptoms, like nasal congestion.
Creighton Blue Jays with a 17-point lead. One big reason, Baylor Shireman has 14 points in the second half.
And Creighton is punishing Butler in this middle ball screen action here. Shireman has the basketball here on the right elbow looking in. And look at Jalen Thomas here for Butler. He's staying low as this screen is set by Kalkbrenner. Shireman is getting a head of steam coming down because he knows that Jalen Thomas can't challenge him at the rim, and he's getting all the way to the basket, and there is nothing Butler's been able to do about it. You got to make your decision. He's got to come up to take away Shireman's left hand from getting to the rim and let his teammates have to handle Kalkbrenner rolling to the basket. And he knows he's got this game absolutely under control. He is balling here in the second half.
25 points. His all-time collegiate career high is 28 back in 2021 against Oral Roberts when he was at South Dakota State. So Baylor Shireman is closing in on one of the best games he's ever had on the heels of having Creighton's only points, rebounds, assists, triple-double in the history of the program. In other words, he's in a groove.
And on the road.
On the road in a packed Hinkle Fieldhouse. Tosh Alexander gives Kalkbrenner. Got it over the big man, but he changed that shot, did Kalkbrenner. Ashworth with 9 today. Here's Shireman. Seven to shoot. Shireman will go to work against Telford.
Good help by DJ Davis.
2 to shoot. Ashworth going to have to hurry. Off balance, off the heel.
Got to stop you on it. Now can you convert on the offensive end?
That's been the challenge in this second half. Bizjack with a high degree of difficulty.
And that's what you should do against a shot blocker. is you got to use the rim to protect that basketball, and a really good scoop shot on the left side of the rim by Bizjack.
I believe it's Michael Jordan's birthday today, so
61, huh?
A little honor for Finley Bizjack, a Michael Jordan-esque play.
Yes.
And a takeaway, but a whistle, and it'll belong to Butler, a foul on Creighton.
And folks, anytime you're playing against a shot blocker and you get an opportunity to drive it to the rim, you got to use the rim to protect the basketball, and Bizjack did that beautifully. Watch the spin he puts on that thing with his offhand. That's absolutely absurd. Really nice move by 13 White.
Where's Michael Jordan, 61 years old?
That's crazy.
It's crazy. Wasn't it just yesterday he was playing?
Yeah, yes. Bad memories of all of that.
I'm sure you do. Davis made it look easy. He's getting to double figures now with 10.
Yeah, we said it earlier. In order for Butler to win this game, especially with this group being on the floor, number 4's got to get going on the offensive end.
Here's Ashworth. Got the screen from Shireman, and he splashes his second 3 of the afternoon.
Yeah, DJ Davis, 4 and White went under both of those screens, and that was created that open opportunity for Stephen Ashworth.
There's Posh Alexander against Ashworth. Kalkbrenner over to help, gets rid of it to Thomas. Thomas blocked by Kalkbrenner.
Got to put your inside shoulder on his chest. Show too much of the ball.
Oh, a Trey Alexander. DJ Davis' shoulders slumped after Alexander darted to the rim.
How good has Creighton's transition game been this afternoon?
Woo. How about a 22-2 edge in fast break points? Wow. And it's going to stay on this end of the floor with 17 to shoot for Butler.
And folks, when you're challenging that big fella inside, you've got to get some body on the shot blocker. If you don't, it allows a straight angle to be able to get to the basketball. Missed opportunity there for Jalen Thomas, and a great reaction by Kalkbrenner.
Davis off the inbound, leans it off the window.
Starting to heat up a little bit. Now can you get the requisite stops?
That's been the challenge in the second. Creighton shooting 61% from the floor.
Baylor Shireman has gone off.
Here's Kalkbrenner. Thought he might try the 3. Instead, Ashworth will send it out to Farabello. Under 10 to shoot. Alexander against Thomas on the switch. Fades away. Rebound tipped around, and it ends up with Telford. And Davis fouled by Ashworth. Just the 3rd team foul on Creighton in the second half, and the 3rd on Ashworth.
Yeah, all of a sudden, Butler's starting to get some stops here. If they can get a bucket here, you've got to be able to get that thing under 10, because all of a sudden, psychologically, that game changes a bit and forces Creighton to start to deal with some game pressure.
Under 5 to play.
Got to get it to 9 by the 4-minute mark.
Davis. Ashworth flying by. Kalkbrenner running out. Farabello with the steal.
I thought Davis should have taken that set. Once he did that little shot fake and got some room, he should have let that one fly. Missed opportunity by Butler.
7 Creighton steals in this ball game. Kalkbrenner against Andre Screen.
Take your time. Get to your left shoulder.
Leaning.
Good job by Screen.
We've got a whistle, and that might be 3 seconds, and it is.
That's a really good job by Andre Screen. Not giving any room, not creating any angles to the basket that Kalkbrenner generally needs when he's playing against taller players. Really well done by the Bucknell transfer.
And you can tell he's a veteran player. Maybe not in a Butler uniform, but he did not back down an inch against Kalkbrenner. Here's Jack. Kept the dribble alive as he slipped down and then out of bounds. It'll belong to Creighton. 3:58 remaining in the second half. And the Creighton Blue Jays with a giant lead and reason to be happy on the road, trying to close out the Bulldogs.
Some of the most brilliant minds in business. No, not you. Or you. You auto-track business income and expenses with QuickBooks. And you pay all your employees easily and accurately. And you have a business bank account with market-leading APY. Get the full picture of your business on one platform. Now with expert help when you need it. That's how you business differently.
Man, I wish I had 750 donuts like this sign says.
It says $750, not donuts.
What if each donut cost $1?
I hate that you're kind of right.
Switch to Progressive and you could save hundreds.
GLP-1s through Row have stopped my cravings completely. I'll walk past the sweets that I love and knowing that I don't need it. Being able to dive, being able to play with the kids and not feel winded is amazing.
Meet the weekly shot that helps you lose weight. Get started at Row.co.
I love that Tuesdays at B-Dubs is BOGO half-off traditional wings. Every week I save so much, I can finally afford college. Just kidding. No one can afford college. But this deal for wings, hachi-chachi. What a steal.
This is the worst bar ever.
I can do 2 for $5.
Wait, we're paying for hangers and glasses for $5 each?
I'm charging 50 cents per cube. It's not a good experience.
Fifth straight week, Tristan Newton and UConn hold the #1 ranking in the land. His Huskies in the midst of a 13-game Big East win streak. They host #4 Marquette next, but first we take you back to Jeff and LaFonso in Indy.
All right, let's take a look at the game summary sponsored by Progressive. Get slam dunk savings today. Creighton with a 52% field goal percentage. In the second half, it's 58%. And that fast break number is remarkable. 22-2 in fast break points. It's helped Creighton shoot 65% from 2 today.
Yeah, we talked about it all game long. Even when they were down in the first half, how important it was for them to be able to create pace in this game, to push it off of misses, makes, and turnovers. And they've been able to do that here in the second half, and it's gotten them a huge lead, and they've caught Butler off balance, not being able to get back and get matched up in the transition defense, and they've made Butler pay here in the second half.
Only 8 points off turnovers in that fast break number. The rest have been off rebounds.
Yes.
So Creighton's gotten a rebound, and they have pushed consistently.
Yes.
Shireman with 25 to pace the Blue Jays. 4 in doubles. The usual 4 suspects: Alexander, Kalkbrenner, Ashworth.
And on the other side, Jamil Telford and Pierre Brooks, who had big-time games in Omaha, a combined 6 points for those two guys.
Well, Pierre Brooks has been in double figures all but 1 time this year. He's got a lot of work to do to get there with only 2 points. Arabello, 3 to shoot, steps out for a 3. That's too strong, and the rebound for Andre Screen.
Quick hitters here for the Bulldogs.
Telford driving Kalkbrenner. Spins baseline. Good adjustment by Kalkbrenner. Here comes Shireman on the push after his 10th rebound. That's 6 straight double-doubles now for Shireman.
I've not seen Butler do it, but it'll be interesting to see if they double team any exchanges, dribble handoff, screen and rolls, whichever it may be, to see if they can get a turnover and get out in transition.
Yeah, Creighton content to take as much time as they can in the half court here. Alexander now with a shot clock under 10, drives inside and draws the foul. It's about as perfect a possession as you could have for Creighton. You used almost the entire shot clock, and now you end up at the line.
Yeah, then you run a diagonal screen there with your 2 best players in Kalkbrenner and Alexander, and it makes it very difficult to be able to defend, and Alexander able to get in the lane and draw a foul.
And that adds to the streak. Baylor Shireman now chasing DJ Burns of Youngstown State, who has 9.
Wow.
The longest active streak. Again, he's got a long way to go to get to the Creighton record. Benoit Benjamin had 28 straight double-doubles in 1984-85.
Wow, that's incredible.
To say he dominated the then Missouri Valley Conference would be an understatement.
6'7", 6'8", ran like a deer, could really jump, could post you, had a mid-range jump shot, and then he worked himself for a long time with the Utah Jazz, the ability to be able to knock down an open three as well. He was difficult to deal with.
Telford backs it out to Davis, and DJ Davis's three won't go. And the rebound tipped out of bounds to Creighton.
Yeah, his shot has been off all day, just floating to the right. He's got an interesting little side spin to his shot, and it's been off to the right all afternoon long. Butler could have used some of those threes that he typically knocks down.
.220 to go in a game the Jays trailed for most of the first half. Down one at halftime. They've outscored Butler 40-22 in the second half, holding Butler to 36% shooting. Shireman, acrobatic, 27 points for Shireman.
Absolutely feeling it and has dominated this second half on the offensive end for the Blue Jays.
Telford, and a foul called as he probed inside. Baylor Shireman, watch him again.
Curling off that action, that pin down, wide pin down that we spoke of, and sometimes this year night, and with his offhand able to flip that one up and in. 16 of his 27 coming in here in the second half.
And now Butler turns it over off the inbound. Shireman with 27 ties his season high. He's closing in on his career high, which he did March of 2021 against Oral Roberts. That was 28. One more bucket and he'll be there. Alexander will try the three. That's off. And Screen with the rebound, but 1:22 and counting to go. And the hill too steep right now for Butler.
Yes, it is.
Foul on Shireman. Just a 15th foul on the Blue Jays. Second on Shireman. And Butler will inbound.
And Butler's defense did what it wanted to do coming into this game. They wanted to keep this team under 10 in terms of their threes. Creighton only has 7 made threes in this game so far, but the transition game of the Creighton Blue Jays here in the second half is what got them this big lead.
Augusto Cassia back on the floor for Butler. Moore against Farabello. Alexander, his 7th rebound. And now the Jays content to pull back a little bit, walk this up, 1 minute to go, and Creighton closing in on its 19th win of the season ahead of a date with #1 UConn on Tuesday.
And it's hard to say must wins when you're a team like Creighton that's in the NCAA tournament, but when you're as good as they've been, it's about seeding. And to be able to come and get this win on the road against a Butler team that's had a really good second season under Thad Matta, it's been impressive as Kalkbrenner knocks down another three.
That's the 3rd three of the day. He'd hit 11 all year. And Kalkbrenner, they challenged him, and he was up to the challenge from long range today. 3 of 6 from 3.
Yes, and it's an area of his game that he's been working on, because as we think about the NBA, he's got the shot blocking ability, the floor running, he's got the passing, he can handle it. The last part is being able to make an open three, and he's doing that this afternoon.
Jays turn it over. They walked it up too slowly and got a 10-second count. You know you're in control, though, when all you get out of that is a smile from your head coach. Final seconds of this one of the Blue Jays blew this open in the second half. Bizjack with 10 seconds to go to Moore, and the three won't go. Kalkbrenner with the rebound, his 6th. The Jays will dribble this out, and an impressive second half turns into an impressive